Day 6 of aggressively revising vocabulary. Hey guys, today I'm going to be studying around 500 words in my Google Keep Notes. And also in this book, there are around 9 topics left to be studied. So I'll also go over these 9 topics and revise the vocabulary expressions related to these topics. Currently, it is 7 p.m. and I've just reviewed 300 words. So I've only 200 more words to study. And here are 5 expressions that I want to talk about. The first one is an ineluctable part of something. So if it is an ineluctable part, it means that it is unavoidable. Another one is it is a tremendous gain for you to do something. I just love this phrase, like a tremendous gain for you to do something. So it is advantageous or beneficial to you. And the next one is innocuous. Innocuous just means harmless. Like innocuous is used with suggestions or questions, or even a dog can be innocuous, and go behind your back. So if somebody goes behind your back, they do something without your knowledge. So it's called going behind your back. They do something secretly, And proclivity. If you have a proclivity for something, or if you have a proclivity for doing something, it means that you have this natural desire or tendency to do it. Especially it is used to talk about doing natural desire or tendency to do something bad, But it can also be used to talk about any natural desires in general, I believe. As I told you guys yesterday, I'm supposed to come up with a story by using all of these expressions. So I'm going to talk about developing ideas. So I'm going to say that it is a tremendous gain. I mean, if you're an English learner, it is a tremendous gain for you to reserve some alone time or solitary time so that you can create better ideas. At least it is what works like a charm for me when I reserve alone time. Yeah, so when I can spend time by myself, I find it easier to develop new ideas and to hit upon, game-changing ideas. So that's what I suggest you do. And I also have a proclivity for creative writing. So ever since I was young, I've always had a strong interest in writing, in composing stories and poems. And it also helps me, I think it also helps me summon new ideas more easily. But one thing that I suggest you avoid is sharing your ideas with people before you are able to put them into action. Like especially if you've got like a very game-changing idea, a killer idea at work or at school, whatever, it's important that you keep it to yourself because if you share it with another person, even if it is a completely innocuous person, they can end up betraying your trust and going behind your back and presenting your ideas as their own. Yeah. So I don't know how to talk about ineluctable part. But I also feel like other people taking credit for your ideas or for your work is an ineluctable part of life, but you have to also put in the effort to prevent it as much as you can. Oh my gosh, this is it, and I'm gonna get on with the revision. It is currently 8:53 p.m. and I've already gone over all of the words that I need to go over. So I can say that I've already reviewed all of the 487 words in this particular note in Google Keep. And now I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 expressions that I really, really like. The first one is dictate to somebody. So if somebody dictates to you, it means that they tell you what to do. And so they, dictate to somebody how to live your life, dictate to somebody what to do, dictate to somebody to do this, to do that. So it means that they tell you what to do. And the next one is plain spoken. Plain spoken is used to describe people who are very direct and straightforward. And the next one is a phrasal verb called tower above. So tower above somebody or something. It means that, something or somebody is much better than something else or somebody else. So you can say they tower above, something. And then having a moment. So it means that if something or somebody is having a moment, they're currently like popular or successful. So we can say they're having a moment. And have an inventive mind. If you have an inventive mind, you have this ability to come up with original ideas. So you can also say you're imaginative, when you have an inventive mind. So I want to talk about my college major using all of these expressions in order to put them into practice. So I was an IT major. I majored in IT at college, and I literally don't know why I chose that major. Even though my parents didn't really dictate to me what major to choose, my father was really plain spoken about his opinion on the university that I wanted to go to. He advised me against going to that university, but I just ignored his advice, and I don't know what came over me. So I chose IT. And then I think part of it is also because most of the companies and businesses that were having a moment at that time were companies that focused on like information technology. And I think that was part of it. But then when I actually started studying IT, I felt really, really discouraged because I felt like my classmates and peers were towering above me. I felt like, a lot of my peers had an inventive mind. I felt like I didn't have an inventive mind, which is like one of the most important qualities that a person should have if they're about to break into this IT industry, because I don't know, I feel like IT related jobs usually require people to have an inventive mind. And I felt like I didn't have that. And also, I felt like all of my classmates and peers were way better than me. I felt like, their achievements, their academic achievements kind of towered above me or towered above my small insignificant achievements. Okay. So I think that's it. Now I'm going to continue reviewing the expressions in this particular notebook that I used the other day. Go go pansin betala Bain chatariki my mia Le chola min alona Don ala Con ala Yochi mula Kai mare machala It's currently 10:10 p.m. and I've already reviewed 5 more topics, but I'm literally starving, so I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna talk about the topics that I've just reviewed, which are describing places, uniform, making changes to local areas, business and companies. Oh my gosh, actually I reviewed 6 topics. Shopping online and consumerism, famous people and fame. Here are 5 expressions that I want to highlight. The first one is struggle with anonymity. So anonymity is the state of remaining unknown to most people. So if you struggle with it, it means that you struggle to remain unknown. So maybe you're a celebrity, so you struggle with anonymity. And the next one is suppress individualism. So if something or someone suppresses individualism, it means that they have to limit or control their personal expression or uniqueness. Your individualism is your uniqueness, your personal expression. But if you have to suppress it, it means that you have to limit or control it. And the next one is embrace disruptive innovation. So you guys already know the word innovation. Innovation is like new ways of doing things or new ideas. And if you embrace disruptive innovation, you welcome or accept these new ideas or ways of doing things by making changes, And reform, it means to improve. So if you reform something, we usually say reform a system, reform the education system like this, which means to improve it by making changes to it. And the last one is maintain a low profile. So if you maintain a low profile, you avoid attention, like you avoid drawing attention to you, okay, to yourself, I mean. To put all of these expressions into practice, I'm going to be talking about creativity. So back in the day in our country, there used to be a lot of startup challenges. In those startup challenges, people had to pitch their innovative ideas to, very well-established and well-known businessmen or women. I think those businessmen and women might have had difficulty maintaining a low profile, or they may struggle with anonymity because they were really well known. But anyways, so basically, those startup challenges promoted like creativity, innovation, and the judges at that time were also really willing to embrace disruptive innovation. So that's really cool. But I think these days are very uncommon. And if we really want to enhance people's creativity, I think we need to reform the whole system, including the education system. We need to reform our education system. I remember that as a student, we always had to suppress individualism. Like, even when it comes to writing essays, we didn't really dare to incorporate our own ideas or our own thoughts into our essays. We had to follow a particular pattern, in order to do well in most exams. So, yeah. And I think that's it. That's why we need to reform the education system. I'm really, really hungry, guys. And tomorrow is going to be the last day of this challenge. I'm really excited. And see ya tomorrow. Bye.